This portion of the scheduled meeting of the Egg Harbor Township Committee is videotaped for broadcast due to either technical reasons or topics for discussion that may be held in closed session pursuant to the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act. There may be interruptions in the videotaping of these proceedings. This meeting will be aired by EHT-TV, Channel 97 on Thursday, October 19th.
Thank you very much. Can we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Here?
Ellis?
Here.
Hudson?
Yes.
Donahue?
Present.
I am here. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we like to start the meetings this way. We have Resolution 419, appointing Brandon Knapp as a police officer. Can I have a motion, please?
Make a motion. I'll second.
We all- And who's seconding it? Everybody, right? Roll call, please.
Cordero?
Yes.
Ellis? Hudson?
Yes.
Donahue?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes. Mr. Knapp, you know what? Do you have an oath?
Voting for women.
You have one? We're going to have you come forward in just a minute as soon as we get the oath.
I see Sergeant Lennon here. It's good to see him. He was on a road program, so he's a little bit on time.
So he needs to be of traffic.
Mister, come forward. Anybody in your family? Would you like to come up? Is everybody in your family you'd like to have come up?
I was going to say.
You mean the brother who left you to join before you? Oh, hey!
Yes. All right.
Raise your right hand, please. Put your left on the Bible. I state your name.
I, Brandon Knapp,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of police
of the office of police
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
I do further solemnly swear
I do further solemnly swear
or affirm
or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United
the
States,
Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the government established
and to the government established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in the state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations. Captain Bergen, would you like to?
Your suit's much better on my evaluation compared to that.
You guys take a photo together? Yeah. Put on Facebook so you can.
You know, we're very, very proud of our police department, and we feel that, well, they're the best in the state of New Jersey, and we expect a lot out of our officers. I mean, I think we'll let you take it from there, and,
We definitely do, and you know, we've had Clayton, we now have Brandon, we've had Brandon, but he was waiting patiently. And you know, everybody has nothing but great things to say about him. We're very excited that we have both Clayton and now Brandon, and it's your time. It's your day. We're excited to have you. He's starting. We're not giving him a break. He's actually starting this week. He'll be working all weekend. So, welcome.
That's how we roll.
Enjoy
So,
the night.
Congratulations.
I want to get a quick picture. I don't know why I like these twins so much. I had to be late just to look at the students at
I still think your suit's better.
Probably pretty messy.
No film in the camera? Good move.
Come on, twin. No, I don't want you to think I like him better. You just left him.
ask, is this I know this is probably the first twins we've ever had. Have we ever had two brothers serving at the same time or a brother-sister serving at the same time?
Coil.
Quite some time.
That's what I thought. The Coils, beside the Coils.
Matt Coyle were the brothers. We
Jimmy
have
Mack?
had, with that, Jimmy Mack and his brother McPherson, Robert Donahue
And Heath, that's right.
yeah.
And then
So
you
we
have
have had brothers, but we've never had twins.
Never had twins. This might go down in our history books.
Just remember,
Father and son,
your brother's
a couple of those.
senior to you, so you have to give him due respect.
That's what I wondered.
Just remember, seniority counts.
Congratulations, and we wish you Godspeed. We really do.
Absolutely.
Now, if you're here for Officer Knapp, you can go. Unless you want to stay for the meeting. Nick, good seeing you.
See you, Nick. See you, brother.
Go back to work in case we need you guys here.
That is the best news. They all want to hear. If you can go, they went, okay. Because everybody's so nervous. You know,
All right. We have no public hearings for ordinances scheduled, so we're going to move right into ordinance introductions. And we might just wait a minute before we do that.
Oh my gosh. He's been on for a while. Yeah, right. They're all babies now. A lot of them, young kids now. They're young to and you're going to see a few more leave the first of the year.
Mr. Friedman,
Yes.
ordinance introductions?
Thank you, Mayor. Ordinance 29 is an ordinance providing for the acceptance of a deed conveying real property being the drainage basin at 152 Rochelle Avenue, also known as Block 5701, Lot 48.06 of the official tax map of Township Bay, Harbor County, Lake State, New Jersey. The purpose of this ordinance is to provide for the acceptance of a drainage basin at 152 Rochelle Lane from Gaetano Giordano Builders, LLC. Public hearing on ordinance 29 of 2023 will be held on Wednesday, November 1st, 2023 at 5:30 p.m.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to introduce ordinance number 29?
Make that motion. I'll second.
There we go. Roll call, please.
Cavara.
Yes.
Ellis.
Yes.
Coxon.
Yes.
Donahue.
Yes.
Crowell.
Yes. Ordinance number 30, Mr. Friedman.
Thank you, Mayor. Ordinance 30 is an ordinance authorizing the execution of an agreement for a tax abatement with 3334 Bargaintown Road LLC for the property located at the address of 3334 Bargaintown Road, otherwise known as Block 5505, Lot 16.01X, being part of Phase 1 of that project. The purpose of the Ordinance 30 of 2023 is to grant Bargaintown Road LLC a tax abatement for Phase 1, Building 1, containing an office of 988 square feet and 100,086 square feet of temperature-controlled self-storage building, and Building 2, containing 12,550 square feet of enclosed RV boat storage facilities, together with 7 exterior parking spaces and 9 parking spaces inside Building 1, with related site improvements on the approved site plan. Public hearing on ordinance 30 of 2023 will be held on Tuesday, November 21st, 2023 at 5:30 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to introduce ordinance number 30?
So moved. Seconded.
Thank you, sir. Roll call, please.
Cavara.
Yes.
Ellis.
Yes.
Coxon.
Yes.
O'Donoghue.
Yes.
Crowell.
Yes. Is there anybody in the public that would like to address Township Committee? Come on forward. Give your name and address for the record.
Hi, my name is Barbara Maples, address is 26 Sturbridge Court, and I have to do my, I'm here because we have a situation, it's funny you're talking about the retention basin, 152 Rochelle. We live on Sturbridge Court, and there's water retention, and then there's Rochelle. So the water retention that our property backs up to, we have been having problems with. So I'm gonna backtrack and start and go. We moved there in 2000, March of 2000, so we've been there 23 years. I believe that that water retention was 5 years before, so that's been there, I think, 28 years. Since we have lived there, the water retention has never been maintained. It was incredibly overgrown. The fence had been broken, the gate had been broken, lots of reeds, lots of trees, lots of everything going on in there, including rats. And the rats have made their way into 3 of our properties. Under our shed last fall, and they were coming in, I think, because we had a bird feeder, the neighbor had a bird feeder, and they then went under our shed. Anyway, we had a rat infestation that we had to take care of remediating on our own. Come the spring, well, it's come like now June, July, we think that the rats are gone, and the rats are back eating at the feeders in our yard in broad daylight. Some rats this big without the tail length.
The wood
Disgusting.
rats. The wood rats. Is it holding
Yes.
water, that retention pond?
Yes, so here's the thing. We reached out to Public Works, talked to, and I will say Mike's been great, who answers the phone every time, love him. Gil has been good, he's gotten better. He was hard returning calls several times, and then I said, you know, I'm just gonna keep going higher. But he did try to remediate. I said, whose responsibility is that retention? Because I wanna go the right way. I wanna get this taken care of. We have small children, we have grandchildren in our yards, they have children, we have animals, and just rats. So he said the retention is the township's responsibility. I explained that it never drains when it rains. Right now, I can tell you there's probably 4 foot of water in there.
Wow.
The gate is still broken, I have pictures. The gate, they tied together with a shoestring. That's how your gate is tied. You have kids that had toys back, like, you know, neighborhood, middle school age kids, took stuff back there, they had a little bonfire areas. I mean, anyway, so he said that I said, we have rats. We, you know, need this taken care of. It needs to be cut down. There's shrubs that's, you know, we saw the rats coming from the retention area into our property. So he said they had to get a mower with this industrial, they had a mower, but they had to get from the Tree Forest Services thing that comes in and just wipes it out. And I will tell you, they came in with it and they did wipe out. They stopped.
Was it on a tractor? It's a brush hog, right? They cut all the brush.
Well, it took down trees too, not the big trees, but it was amazing, honestly, what it took down. However, you just take all that down and you're leaving it lay there. So now you have absolutely no drainage. You have that all laying there, the water's building up, and the rats are still coming into our yard. So when I addressed Gil about that, I said, okay, you're going to now take away their habitat because there's all kinds of brush and everything in there. You're gonna take that away. Where are those rats gonna go? You're gonna push them even further into our property. And he said, well, then maybe animal control has to get involved. I'm not really sure. Let's just see what happens. Okay.
Of course they do.
So they
Well,
come
I know when they do this, it's, you know, a lot of developments were being built, even the one
Yes.
behind my house, when that happened, we had rats.
Yes.
They were in my crawl space.
Which Rochelle just
Yes.
got developed, finished being developed.
And that's what happens.
So
It drives them out from the woods to wherever they
To the
go
retention
to. In my
area.
case, they came to my yard and underneath
Right.
my house, under my neighbors' houses.
Right.
And it took us a cycle to get rid of them.
Well, I'm in cycle 2.
I know you are,
and
so-
my neighbors and I paid for an exterminator. So now it's $300 out of our pocket. We did this for 75 days, this treatment for the rats. Okay, so starting in June, we took this upon ourselves. We dealt with the township, okay, come in, clean out, all that. Okay, well now it's not draining. Well, we can't get the thing in there to cut down anymore because there's water in there. Right, well, how do you get it to drain? Well, the ground just has to absorb it. Well, how's the ground gonna absorb it when you've just laid 10
That's
foot
not
worth
how,
of reeds
that's not
and
how
trees
retention
and shrubs
basin
down?
works.
On top of that, now, so then, just 2 weeks ago, this is after 75 days of us trying to remediate it with an exterminator, the exterminator said, listen, all you're doing at this point, you have your bait boxes that they eat that stuff that then
Take it
kills
back,
them,
yeah.
right, and they take it
The
back.
bait
It's
boxes
not
do
their-
work, but you seem like you have a healthy population.
Oh, we do.
We gotta
And the
cut the water
exterminator
out.
said,
Yeah.
here's the deal. I will write a letter to the township and let them know Your problem is in the water retention area. They need to remediate that. Because they're coming in now, this bait, we stopped feeding the bird seed, obviously.
Obviously,
we
yeah.
stopped all that. But now you have the bait boxes. So
They're coming for the bait.
boxes. So
Yeah.
after 75 days, we still have rats in our yard.
One quick question, if I may, Barb.
Yes.
Retention basins by state law are designed, or they're supposed to work properly. They're supposed to drain the rainwater within 72 hours. That's obviously not happening. So there's an issue. Let me explain. There's an issue with the drainage, which would, without getting into technicalities, there's clay under there. They didn't go deep enough to get through the clay for the next layer of sand so that water can drain. That's the bottom line. Once that gets corrected, then you can eradicate all the vegetation. You can kill all the vegetation and grade it out. But that drainage, it doesn't seem, if you're telling us that the water is there
I can show
for,
you pictures.
no, I believe you, but what I'm saying is that by design, it has to drain within 72 hours. That's a state standard.
Tom, can you check on this? Do we have your phone number, your contact
No,
information?
I'll share it.
Yeah.
And that's why I was concerned when you said this retention area. Like, oh my gosh, but that one's dry all the time. Ours has always been wet.
It's always held water. That's my question.
Yes,
Has it never
it's
worked at all?
Well, no, there's times that it was dry, like when it dries out, like if you have a dry period. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, they got. Okay,
Yes,
there should be a point that
well.
will drain.
I said,
And I don't know why
like,
Gil
how does
can't
how does
explain
it
that.
drain? Like, there's gotta be something in place that it drains, and he said it just has to get absorbed into the ground.
Yeah, it
However,
perks down, and it's not perking.
It's not,
So it's not
especially
working.
now with everything
Needs to be
that,
scraped out.
and it's only halfway done. So then, the comment was made, well, you can't believe how many phone calls we got complaining that we cut it down. Well, you have to
That's-
maintain it.
Right.
It's-
And that's our responsibility. I can tell you, that is our responsibility to
They did
maintain
not
that.
pick up the stuff they cut.
That should
That is,
be right
you
there.
can go look at it, drive by, and you can see there's.
It's behind,
ample
you're at
trees.
26, right?
It's behind 26.
It's behind 26.
If you go down Rochelle, then we call it the New Rochelle because it just got developed. So it's now New Rochelle. If you go down New Rochelle, you'll see the one you guys just talked about taking deed of. And then we're the next one. And you'll see the chain tied together with a string. Part of the chain is broken, the fence, and you can look in and see. You can see. I mean, it just, and while I was walking today to take pictures, I'm stepping on rat tunnels. It just is, it's really a big problem. We've already put money out of our pocket, so I'm coming on behalf of us to say, can the township please do something? Because I'm afraid too that wintertime's gonna come. They're gonna end up back under my shed. I don't even know how many are dead under my shed.
I have a couple questions that they're really not directed at you, Barbara, but we take possession of retention bases 10 years later. Builder builds a development, they create a retention basin, it passes our engineers' test, state standards, and 10 years later we take possession of it. We're taking possession of this now, and you're telling me that basin's been there for how long?
No, you're taking possession of the other retention.
Okay.
That's on the newer
Okay.
homes. That was,
So
once
this
the
is-
newer homes were
right.
built,
Okay.
and that development's been finished. This has been 28 years.
28 years.
In the 20 years that you've lived there, has it
23.
always held water?
That's what I was saying. If it's been a dry spell and
It'll be
there's
dry.
no rain, but when it rains,
It holds.
it holds water.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's an issue.
Like the water that, so I had reached out to Gil the 2 weeks ago when we had another rat in our yard that the neighbor's dog actually killed. And I said, what are we doing? Where are we going with this? And he's like, well, it just rained. We can't get the machine in there. I'm like, okay, but that water is still there, plus the additional rain we just had. So I'm telling you, you have at least as much water.
Man, it's failed. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
working.
failed.
Fence is insecure, which is a danger to
Fence is not,
anybody else.
we said that
always
too.
fail.
We said,
I'll get them out
you
there. I'll
have
get the
kids, we've
township
seen
engineer
kids
out there,
playing
take a
back
look at
there.
it.
Take a look
There
at
were
it.
He's gonna
toys
have
back
to-
there, a dog got lost
See what
back
needs to get done to
there.
correct
It
it.
is dangerous.
Well, at first it should be locked.
Yeah,
Number
should
one,
be
it should be
locked.
Fence
locked.
should be operational.
Can you give your name and phone number to Tom?
Just write it down here
Tom
so
is
it's
our
not.
township administrator.
Okay,
and we'll be getting on this tomorrow.
I appreciate it very much. Thank you so much for your time.
No, I'm glad you came out. Listen,
Who's the exterminator?
Hold on one second, I'm writing at the same time,
Okay.
and I'll put my address there.
Perfect.
Okay, the
Here's my card,
exterminator.
Barb, just so you have my
thank
number.
so much. Ross Environmental, so they
Is he
came out.
calling them wood rats, or what does he call them?
Yeah, I think he did say wood rats.
Because
I
that's
mean,
what they
they're
are.
gray,
I mean,
they're,
they're not
yeah.
garbage rats, there's no garbage here.
No,
They're living in the
no,
woods,
yeah.
and, okay.
I'm telling you, some of those,
I want to drive
big.
by because it needs.
they're big.
oh, they're big.
They're big.
Yeah, and
They're big.
like I said, a couple
And
were
there's-
killed by the neighbor's dog because she catches them, but it's, it's just a bad situation. Like I said, we have small babies, grandchildren,
Mm-hmm.
not babies for me, and the neighbors. So there's 3 of us right now that are really battling with them, and it's just.
It just needs to be taken care of.
Yeah, he did
Bottom
say, he said, I'll write a letter, you do have an investigation in your retention piece, and then that has to be remediated. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
I
I'm glad you came to
appreciate it.
tell us. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All
I
right.
appreciate it.
Thank you, and we'll be in touch.
I come sooner.
Yes, I wish you had too.
Yes, I did not
I wish-
know, I thought I was taking the proper course of action, but, they're.
No, you did the right way. You
Yeah,
went the right way, and
they're doing the- And I know the chain of command, and they're doing the best they can.
Yeah.
but I think it's beyond that.
I think it needs major work.
Thank you so much, have a beautiful night.
Thank you, you too. Is there anybody else from the public that would like to address Township Committee? Seeing none? Can I have a motion to close?
So I'll make a motion.
Have a second?
I'll do it.
Oh, thank you very much. All in favor?
Aye.
We have I gotta put my glasses back on. We have a resolution consent calendar, resolutions 420 through and including, where are we at? 438. Anybody have any questions or comments?
No, none from me, Mayor.
Can I have a motion, please?
Mayor, I'll make that motion.
Thank you very much. Can I have a second, please?
Second it.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Sarah?
Yes.
Alex? Austin?
Yes.
Donahue?
Yes.
Yes. Resolution 439, authorizing the payment of all bills. Can I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Roll call?
Sarah?
Yes.
Alex?
Yeah.
Austin?
Yes.
Donahue?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes. Township Committee reports. Mr. Donahue,
I'm always first.
want me to switch?
No, it's fine.
I can switch for,
So
next meeting, you will not be first.
we need to talk about public safety again. There's a lot of problems in this county, in this area. And as I said last time, gun violence is up. So the recent issue is when you come out in the parking lot, mainly women, and there's a flyer on your window. Leave the flyer on your window. Don't get out of your car to take the flyer off your window. That's when you become vulnerable. Drive down the road. If it blocks your vision, turn your windshield wiper blade on and get rid of the flyer. Also, don't leave your car unlocked, because what they're doing now at gas stations is they're coming up, they're distracting you on one side, and where do women put their purses? Front seat, passenger side normally. They're opening your door, taking your purse while you're distracted by the second person. This has become a common ploy at gas stations. I caution everybody, some people have been assaulted in the process. This is the world we live in now, and unfortunately, that's what I have to say.
But knowledge is power.
Yes, knowledge is power for sure.
And another thing is when you go to a park or any public place, don't leave valuables in clear view.
Correct. And if I may say one more thing, because this is important, back your car into your space so you're not trapped. Don't pull in, back a car into a parking space. They said that was huge because you're blocked. You can't escape. You're blocked by the car behind you. If you're facing it, then you have to back out. It's easier just to pull out when you're facing the front. You can look quick left and right and pull out.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Ellis.
What a world we're in.
Mr. Hodson.
Good security points, Joe. We had an incident at one of our churches in town, so I think we got to be vigilant of crimes that may occur that we're not used to in the area. As you look at the news, you can see what's going on throughout our country. It's not good. I think we need to work on getting along and take care of public safety. Number 2 is the Scoville Firehouse is having their haunted hayride out there, and they've been having some real successful nights. The other one was one of the biggest nights they had at the junkyard with the weather cooperating. So if you want to go out and look for a nice hayride, they're pretty busy there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's all.
Joe?
Thank you, Laura. No report tonight, but Joe, thank you for that.
Oh, absolutely, brother. We need to know, we need to be aware. Thank you.
Yeah, knowledge is power. There's
Yes,
no doubt
ma'am.
about that. Just a brief reminder that October 28th is our Clean Communities Weekend. It's going to be held at Public Works. It starts at 8:30 in the morning till 12. You can go online to find further information, but it's a great way to pitch in and clean up our community. Scoville is doing a trunk or treat this Sunday, October 22nd, from 12 to 2. Pre-registration is required. And I just wanted to give a statistic. I had spoken to the police, or the fire chief, I should say. October is Fire Prevention Month, and we don't have the total calls that they responded to in 2023, but in 2022, they had 1,146 calls for service. That these men are all volunteers, and women too, and they went out and took care of them for us on our behalf. So we always ask that when they're doing the fundraisers that the public support our fire company. It's very crucial. I mean, with 1,100 calls, and as of September, they were 945 calls so far this year. Wow. So they're a busy, busy department, and and they're volunteers. I say it over and over again, I know, but they're volunteers. And we ask you to please support our volunteer fire companies and just thank them for their service. That's a lot of action.
One comment, they get a lot of calls that don't turn out to be much, but Morgantown Firehouse has been in the over 55 communities servicing their smoke alarms. And it's a big thing for the community. Love it over there. They were there last night on Jackson Avenue, changing batteries and doing some things, because all those homes, there's several hundred of them that have alarms that they do answer when they go off.
Yeah, they did a good job for them.
Mayor, I have a public announcement, if you may.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I'd like to announce to the public that the Egg Harbor Township Nature Reserve is conducting its 10th annual Turkey Trot and Fun Walk this November 25th, Saturday after Thanksgiving. We hope you could all come out and participate. We're also accepting sponsorships from many businesses or individuals like to contribute to this cause that go to assist the Nature Reserve in the projects that they're doing. One of the projects that was just completed this past weekend had to do with an Eagle Scout project, creating planter boxes outside the gazebo. Come take a look at it. If you want more information on this, you could go on the township website and find out what needs to be done as far as registering for participation or for sponsorship. So it's a great community event. Hopefully you'll participate. Thank you.
Very good. Are you going to run?
I am going to run it.
He's going to trot.
There you go. He's going to
Walk
try.
from table to table.
Everybody else would like to run it, they won't use your horse and let.
And our website, for the record, is www.eht.gov. So you can find everything you need right there. We've got some approvals.
Mayor, could I have the October 11th special, both sets removed?
It's over.
Okay, the last two?
I don't believe the committee has.
Okay. All right, so we're going to be approving the October 4th Township Committee meeting minutes, the October 4th Township Committee closed session meeting minutes, and the department reports for September 2023. Okay, can I have a motion for those three actions?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Barrow?
Yes.
Alice? Thompson?
Yep.
Donahue?
Yes.
Ryan?
Yes. Tom, do we have a need for closed session?
Yes, ma'am. I'll try to be brief, but spoiler alert. Resolution 440, resolution authorizing the Township Committee to convene in the closed executive session to discuss matters which may involve personnel and/or legal matters. Whereas the Open Public Meetings Act permits the exclusion of the public from a meeting in certain circumstances, and whereas this public body is of the opinion that these circumstances presently exist, and whereas the governing body wishes to discuss matters involving personnel and/or legal matters as follows. I have an updated list here, so bear with me. Personnel, police command staff contracts, anticipated disclosure 6 months. Township personnel, anticipated disclosure 6 months. For legal, we have the potential sale of township property with the anticipated disclosure of 6 months. That's block 5112, lot 10, and block 1505, lot 9. I have an update, property donation update, anticipated disclosure 6 months. The potential purchase of property by the township, anticipated disclosure 1 year. Cell tower lease, anticipated disclosure 1 year. Atlantic Shores, anticipated disclosure 1 year. And Ocean Heights redevelopment, anticipated disclosure 1 year. Whereas minutes will be kept, and once the matter involving the confidentiality of the above no longer requires that confidentiality, then the minutes can be made public. Now therefore be it resolved by Township Committee of the Township of Egg Harbor, County of Atlantic, State of New Jersey, that the public be excluded from this meeting.
Thank you. Could I have a motion to go into closed?
So moved?
Second?
Roll call?
Farah?
Yes.
Alice?
Yes.
Mattson?
Yes.
Donahue?
Yes.
Carl?
Yes.